Finally, at long last, ladies and dudes, Quick Video Part 100 is finally here at long last. And yes, this will be my last and final time that I'm going to talk about one of the least favorite Taken films of all time. And this movie has got to be fixed. And I exactly know how to do it. That's for sure. Well, anyway. Hi ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka BooBop1987. This is my review for today. And today I have no review, ladies and dudes. But today, this is it. The moment you've all been waiting for. And yes, I do have my dear beloved American flag here with me. The one that we got to support the most. And yes, tomorrow is the 4th of July. So I want to wish everybody and everyone a great happy 4th of July. And always remember to pay our respects to our home country flag. This beautiful flag is the most important thing of all in American history. So please remember that, ladies and dudes. We got to support it somehow in some way. And finally, let's head on to the quick video I really want to do for today. And yes, it will be my last and final time to talk about our least favorite Taken film of all time, Taken 3. And I do have an idea how to fix it. Does anybody remember this old paper I got a while back? It was back at 2019. Here's Act 1 and Act 2 and Act 3. So yeah, you'll have to see it for a couple of seconds or so, or you can pause this video as you wish. But I guess everybody wants to know about this important part about refixing Taken 3. I guess everybody wants to know about the three main parts of the story, you know, from beginning, middle to end. And like I said, I'm no screenwriter, I'm no producer, I'm no director, or I'm no composer or editor or anybody in this world that involves working in the film. I'd rather be a main ideal person. You know, a person who likes to make up an idea of how the heck will the story will work and how to find a way to make a great story from start to finish, but without messing things up, if you know what I mean. So for today's video of the day, for quick video part 100, I'm going to explain to you all about the three main parts of the redo story of Taken 3. And I think these three main parts will be a perfect way to end the Taken Saga in the rightful direction. Without any plot holes or without any mistakes or lacking development and chemistry for the characters and, you know, screwing up the story. So yeah, Taken 3 is one of these movies that needs to be fixed, and I found a perfect way to do it. Hopefully everybody will love my idea better than the ones that the screenwriters had made up. So let's get going. So without further ado, ladies and dudes, here are the three main parts that I decided to make up for my own version of the redo story of Taken 3. So let's get this started. Start with Act 1. And we do need to focus on a Taken character. And yes, it's a character that I decided to make up. If only Alan Scary Rickman was still alive. And I really want him to have a spotlight for an action thriller film. And I really want him to play the main character of the story. And to tell you the truth is, Act 1 is truly the most easiest part of the story for me. And I think it's a good idea that my Taken made-up character should deserve to have an arc. From the beginning to the half-middle point of the story. And the first act will be called Benjamin Williams, the legendary independent warrior. And it will be the very first time, if Taken 3 will ever be better, we need a Taken character. He's not just the very first Taken character who's a happily, secretly married man, who is secretly married, and he married a very beautiful lady who's a fortune teller, and they had a son together. Well, it's not just that, but I really want to make my very first Taken character who is truly known as the legendary independent warrior. An independent warrior who wants to fight for his own rights. And he wants to make a brand new path for the whole world itself. And we do need a world that's full of independent people. And we gotta fight for our freedom. Freedom is the most important thing of all in world history. And I guess, what's the main storyline about Act 1? It's a story about Benjamin Williams' adventures in LA. And he needs to know what the heck is going on with LA. Why is it acting so strange like this? And he found out the truth thanks to Ray, his rival, one of his main rivals from the past. He told Ben the truth that Brian Mills is missing. And they tried to find him for the last 3 days and they failed. They failed to find their pal. And also, poor Lenny got hostage by the evil hands of Stuart St. John. And Ben was kind of shocked to believe in that story. And he had no idea what had happened to them. And this is the reason why Benjamin Williams is here in LA for one reason only. He wants to reunite with his extended family. The extended family that he hadn't seen for a very, very long time. Because he really wants to give his buddies some space. You know, a nice full-fledged space. So he could spend time with the people that he loves. And this is where his LA adventure begins, you know. Try to find Brian and Lenny, but there's no luck at all. And the best thing he could do right now is to protect the only member that's left standing. And that is Brian Lenny's daughter, Kim. Because Kim is 1 month pregnant and she will have a baby soon in the next 8 months to come. And Ben made a vow that he will protect his extended niece no matter what. And make sure Stuart St. John will never get her. And this is what Stuart St. John is planning, is tearing the Mills family apart one by one. And that's all I could say about Act 1. Benjamin Williams, the legendary independent warrior. Now let's head on to Act 2. Is Brian Mills has been found and gained to know about the true relationship with Lenny. And yeah, Brian Mills will show up at the middle part of the story. He will show up at Act 1 here and there, but not all that much. This is the part where Benjamin Williams, Brian's friends, Jamie and Kim, they're on their way to find Stuart St. John and make sure he's not going to hide anymore in one of his main hideouts. And sadly, Benjamin Williams found out the truth. It's all a trap. Stuart St. John had made up a trap for them. And Benjamin Williams is going to fight this female assassin who came out of nowhere. And she is known as Stuart St. John's lover. And yeah, Benjamin Williams is going to fight that woman who is Stuart St. John's lover. And he's not going to give up without a fight. And yeah, it's going to be a really cool epic one at best. And then here comes a mysterious man that showed up out of nowhere and he wants to fight. And we found out the truth that the mysterious man is known as Brian Mills. He was in disguise all this time. And yeah, that female assassin lost a fight, but she'll be back. But for right now, there's going to be a reunion between, Brian Mills and his own extended family, and also his daughter and his new son-in-law. And everybody's happy to see him. But sadly, there's only one person remains, and that is poor Lenny. And Brian Mills has to tell everybody the truth about what the heck happened to Lenny from the past almost 4 years ago. And it's time to flesh out and develop Liam Neeson's character so much more, because they did screw up our dear beloved character for Taken 3. They just lacked him with less chemistry and less development, when he had a relationship with Lenny. So we gotta fix the relationship between Brian and Lenny. And there will be a flashback story that explains about how did he and Lenny, rework things out in their relationship and began to fall in love and, try to open up their feelings for each other. And then at some of the part of the story, Stuart St. John had shown up and tear them apart. And, this is where the separation happens. And Brian Mills got upset about it. And that's the reason why he left for the past 3 days. Because he's trying to search for the woman that he loves. And yeah, this is, a really sad moment that'll happen. Oh yeah, another thing we gotta find a way to flesh out and develop Brian Mills is his training. His last bit of training. And Benjamin Williams is going to do the best he can to give Brian Mills his last and final training so he could get a whole lot stronger than before. And he vows to never kill lives ever again for the rest of his life. That's all I could say about Act 2. And now let's go on to Act 3. Is gang the Mills family back together as a whole. And yeah, it featured the main climax of the story. So yeah, it's the part where both Brian Mills and Benjamin Williams are going to pick up their comrades. The comrades that came from our dear beloved America, and also the people who lived in London, England. And they're going to be united as one. And we gotta respect all kinds of people, because we need to treat them as equal and don't treat them like somebody that they're not, I guess. And yes, there will be a moment in the party scene where Benjamin Williams is going to make his most epic speech of all. The part where it's all about the independent people and we gotta unite as one and treat all of us as equal from around the world. And he'll always say that we are independent warriors and we're all here to fight for is our independent freedom. And yeah, you'll see some guest stars and cameo appearances that came from some previous films that both the old great and mighty Liam Neeson and Alan Scary Rickman have worked with for so many years. And I got a whole ton of good famous people for it. And yeah, at the end of the story, Brian and Lenny will reunite and regain their love at long last. And yeah, there will be a part where Brian Mills is going to face Stuart St. John for the last and final time. And we're finally going to get a fight scene that we all deserve. But Brian Mills versus Stuart St. John. Who's gonna win? And that's all I could say for Act 3. So tell me, ladies and dudes, what do you think of my main ideas for all the 3 main parts of Taken 3, the redo story? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's pretty decent? And which part of the story that you want me to add if Taken 3 would have done better than before? Well, whichever it is, leave a comment there and let me know. And join me next time for more videos to come. I'm not sure if I want to continue on quick videos or not, and since we finally reached to 100 at long last. But I'll guess we'll wait and see what happens in the main future. And don't forget, Happy Independence Day to all the wonderful independent people out there. Not just here in America, but from around the world as well. So, that is it for now. I'll see you guys later, and sayonara, and God bless you all. Oh, sorry.